Okay, this is a final prediction, final breakdown for Rumble and Rocks. Just a few hours away. I think the production on the show has started on Sky Sports box office. So this is a final prediction. I've been busy during the day and I'm going to get straight into this one. And as a bonus feature, guess what? I'll just show my face as well. So welcome to BWTM Sports Gaming. This is Ingram Jones. So we're going to talk about the final prediction or preview for Whyte versus Povetkin 2. I'm going to go with the narrative of this. I'm going to go with the narrative that Dillian Whyte was boxing well behind the jab. He was controlling the fight, and he knocked Povetkin down twice, and he was on the way to knocking Povetkin out, right? That's the narrative I'm going to go with. Yeah? And he got caught with that shot, which Povetkin was looking for from round one, and he finally found the shot that basically, and to be very honest with you, he was behind on the scorecards, and Whyte looked like he was on the verge of stopping Povetkin before he pulled out that huge haymaker, that left uppercut, which changed the whole course of everything. Okay, so that's how it is, or that's how I'm going to give this narrative for my prediction or preview prediction. In the rematch, Povetkin's team probably thought, we got away with that one. We got away with that one. Got dropped twice. Beautiful shot. You knocked him out with, Dillian Whyte. He was boxing your head off there, and it was close. So I think this rematch is going to go like this. I believe that Whyte and his team know that they had Povetkin quite behind the jab, and they were going about their business, and they dropped Povetkin twice. They'll think to themselves, right, well, we are boxing once. We were boxing Povetkin, so we can do the same thing again. He's still going to be boxing the way he boxes for the most part, and he's not going to get any better. So let's go out with a similar game plan. Keep it long range, keep everything at long range. When he gets close, time up. Be first to the jab, and don't keep yourself throwing too many punches. Look to keep Povetkin at distance, and later on in the fight, look to knock him out. Povetkin, however, if you look at the two guys, and I like body language, you look at the two guys in the workout, the final workout, you look at Dillian Whyte, he was tapping the pads and working pretty brisk. You put the two guys together, and you look at the intensity of Alexander Povetkin on those pads. And I think in the rematch, Povetkin's going to come out fast at Whyte, put pressure on him early, because I think he'll be thinking, whatever Dillian Whyte's learned well, executed well, is for him to put pressure on him early, to get those bad habits, to get Dillian Whyte squaring up again. If you put pressure on him early, then you might open him up again to get the shot off. And of course, Whyte's already been knocked out once already. So you think, I've knocked you out before, he's got to be hesitant. So I'll jump on that hesitancy. Whyte, on the other hand, will know that he's been knocked out before by this guy. And they would have worked on trying to stop him getting caught with that same shot again. But that doesn't stop Dillian Whyte getting hit with the overhand right, which is the punch that knocked Joseph Parker down. And of course, Povetkin's best punch, which is his left hook. Dillian Whyte's durability, I don't know about anymore, to be honest. I really don't. And I think those back-to-back fights he had on the way up to become WBC champion, interim champion, I'm sure it took something out of him. The two Chisora fights, the Parker fight, the Rivas fight, those fights all took something out of Dillian Whyte. He doesn't make it easy for himself. So if Dillian Whyte and his team win this match, I tell you, they're going to be celebrating like they've won a World Cup, honestly. But I expect Povetkin to put a fast pace on, looking to make Whyte make mistakes and look to not close the show early. Look to see Povetkin looking to start fast, jump on Whyte, and we'll see how Whyte responds to that. The thing is, It's not like AJ. AJ is Olympic gold medalist. And when he got knocked out by Ruiz, he was able to call upon that Olympic experience, actually adapt his style against a guy who's knocked him out. It's different to adapt yourself to style than when you get knocked out against Derek Chisora. And the question is Dillian Whyte that good? All these questions will get answered tonight. And also, the COVID. Did Povetkin have COVID? If he's had COVID, what are the lasting effects on a fighter? I've been asking this question for guys who've had COVID. What are the lasting effects as well? So there are all those question marks there. Can Povetkin be better? I think by tightening up his defense and not getting caught with the same punches, technically he would be better. That would be less careless. But I think he'll be looking to do a more ruthless finish this time round than last time round. And like I said, with a new trainer on board for Yad, if you look at the trainers that Dillian Whyte had recently, we've had, what was his trainer? Tibbs, Xavier Miller, now Howard the Shadow Knight with a bit of Colwell involved. And then before that, didn't he have Jonathan Banks in his corner as well? So he's had a multitude of trainers showing him different styles and things, and he's picked up things along the way. The thing is, well, in the biggest fight of his career, will it all come together for Dillian Whyte? And his incessant wanting to do things his own way. Yes, he's the boss, and yes, he believes he's doing things his way. But is that mental attitude he's taking into it? Doesn't matter. I've had fights outside the gym, and I've done this and that. That attitude to just wipe things out and just get on with it. Does that work at world level? Some people can do it, some people can't. Some people it works for at world level, and some people it doesn't. We won't know until tonight, because tonight, all that stuff he's been saying, he's got to put it into action against a guy that's got a better resume than him and has achieved more than boxing than him. And I never saw Dillian Whyte as the favorite coming into this first fight. And I said before the fight was announced, like officially, I was saying this is a dangerous fight for Dillian Whyte. Olympic gold medalist, variation of punch. Dillian Whyte's always had, as he stepped up in levels, as he stepped up in class, he's been getting dropped more frequently. He's been getting hit, he's been more vulnerable. And where Chisora can take advantage of those things, Josie Parker took advantage, dropping Dillian Whyte, almost knocking him out. And Oscar Rivas, threw that uppercut and did it. So he's been vulnerable to the uppercut. And the other thing, backing himself against the ropes, he's got to take set the ring and he's got to use the jab. It's going to be a fascinating fight. But I want to see what happens if Povetkin puts the pressure on early and really looks to exploit Whyte's defensive frailties. And I'd like to see how Whyte responds to that pressure and whether Howard the Shadow Knight and Xavier Miller have been able to tighten him up enough to get him over the line against Povetkin. Or they've just thought to themselves, we were heading that fight. We got caught with our punch from the gods. But, looking back at the tape, we don't have to change anything. Because if they've gone into this fight and they haven't changed anything, same again, please. So, final prediction, may the better man win. That's my prediction for this one. Been left up this time, says Ruben. Fix Dillian's crooked jaw. I wonder if we'll hear another rematch clause in contract if Dave Whyte were to lose again. I don't think Hearn can pull him back from that. Sky going on like Povetkin did nothing until the uppercut last fight. Povetkin was landing left up to the body regularly. With Sasha having COVID too, might not trust the gas tank late rounds, could lead to him coming out fast. I believe Povetkin's gonna come out fast because in the first fight he came out too slow. I think he's going to try and come out and really, I won't say bum rush, but I think he's going to put pressure from the bell right on Whyte. Right on him, and try and get up on his. If he can get up on Whyte's chest here in Dillian Whyte, anywhere here on Dillian Whyte upwards, we have a fight. If he get from here, take the jab away, and get Whyte from here to here, we have a fight. That's where Povetkin is going to put the pressure on Whyte, not from out there, not from out right long range. He'll do it right here, close. So Whyte can't throw that big left hook in. He can't throw that left hook in, which is this big punch. And his right hand's too crude. Misses. He's got wild winging right. So he's got to make sure he's up to the joint of the arm. That's where he's got to be. That's where Povetkin's got to be. That's where Povetkin do his work. That's where Povetkin scores knockout. That's where he'll stop. He will stop Dillian Whyte. For Whyte, for him to get his fight, distance. Got to keep distance. Keep him at the end of that jab and just soften him with jab, jab, all the jab. And they'll look, they don't care. They'll look to win this fight on points. I think they'll try and win this fight on points. They're not going to try and knock Povetkin out. It's too risky. Too much to risk to go out there try and blast Povetkin out. And you see Dillian on the pads, pat, 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 pat on the pads, pip, 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 pat. And maybe dig your body shot in, pip, 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 pip. And then you watch Povetkin on the pads. Very, very there. Getting quickly, trying to throw punches. So in his mindset, I've got to be faster. I've got to be faster. I wasn't fast enough in that first fight. I've got to be faster. So will he be calling on his amateur days for this fight? I've got to be quicker. I've got to get past that jab. I can't be on the end of that jab. I can't be getting caught with that left hook. No, I can't. Because this time he might drop me that left hook. I might not get up. So he's dangerous. So coming into the fight before, Povetkin knew Whyte was fairly dangerous, but he didn't. I don't think Povetkin rated Whyte that highly. This time round, he knows what Whyte can do. Dropped in twice, started slow. Let's have it again. And I think if Povetkin fights at the rate that, like how he fought the second half of the fight against Michael Hunter, possibly not the first half, because Michael Hunter jumped on Povetkin, right? But the second half of the fight, if he fights like that, intense, I say Povetkin can do that. First 5 rounds, get on Whyte, hit him and hurt him early. He could close the show early. But if Povetkin starts slow and ponderous, and Whyte can start timing it, because Whyte's lost some weight for this. Again, is that losing that weight? Is that overtraining? Is that putting yourself over? He's been in camp for a while. Has he been overtraining? So I could be overanalyzing this, but I'm just throwing some things in there. Abdullah says, Povetkin in 6. Top analysis, says Adam. Says, thank you to Adam, appreciate that. Whyte will always have the winner of Chisora Parker as a safety net pay-per-view if he were to lose this. They'll recycle him like Derek Chisora, you know, the younger version of Derek Chisora, if that happens. You know, could we still see fights with Dillian Whyte against Bryant Jennings? That was a fight that was talked about. That could be interesting. Could we reignite that conversation between Dillian Whyte and Lawrence Okoli? Could that fight happen in the future? If this doesn't go the way that Whyte wants it to go tonight, there'll have to be other options. You know, but he'll say, you know, he can come again. But it's just how he comes again, you know? So it's crucial. And how he looks tonight will be key as well. How he goes about the business tonight. But for me, for Dillian Whyte, the key moment in this fight is when Povetkin hits him on the chin again. How does he hold up? When he gets cracked on the chin hard again, how does he hold up? So that's it. That's my analysis. Those are my thoughts. For this one, no full prediction because there are a lot of question marks. Did he have COVID? Didn't he have COVID? If he had COVID, what's his punch resistance like? If he didn't have COVID, then, you know, there's more time on the clock. As Povetkin became a really old man during that time, or has Povetkin been refreshed during this time? I don't know. And in this fight, like the Lawrence Okoli fight, I can't give you a precise winner because there's so many intangibles in this fight. So yes, Rivas beat Jennings, and Rivas is still, I think he's number 1 in the Bridgerweight title, for the Bridgerweight title, Rivas. Everyone knocks Rivas. Rivas is a damn good fighter. Turned down Ortiz for not speaking, and he's been too old now having a rematch with COVID video 41 El Sasha. Well, let's just hope it doesn't turn around and bite him on his arse all that, you know, because if he gets beat by Povetkin again, maybe Andy Ruiz will jump on that fight. You know, Deontay Wilder would love that fight, and so on and so forth. You know, I tell you what, Whyte might get a title shot quicker now because of that. If he loses, then I think he should go down the WBA route, which I've been saying for ages, and try and get a fight with Trevor Bright for the WBA title. If he wins, and how he wins is going to be so important. How he wins is going to be crucial, so crucial. And if Povetkin does him again, ooh, oh my Lord. Let's not even think about it. Okay, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, leave your comments. You know all the good stuff. Share the video and enjoy the fight. This has been BWTM Sports Gaming, and we're out. Thanks for watching.